our story really kicks off with this man, Joseph Justus Scaliger. He was a brilliant scholar, and in the 16th century, he was given a monumental task. Take the messy, overlapping histories of the Greeks, the Romans, the Hebrews, and forge them into the single, unified chronology that we still use today. But here's the question. Did he just organize history, or did he secretly encode it?
And this, right here, is the core argument from our source. We're not talking about a few random coincidences. We're talking about a clear plan, a blueprint for how the foundational dates of our ancient history were actually put together.
Okay, before we go any further, we need to get one key term straight: epoch. Sounds fancy, but an epoch is just the official starting point of a calendar. For our modern calendar, the epoch is year one. Simple enough, right? Well, for the eras we're about to look at, the epochs are just as specific.
All right, let's start gathering our clues. The source highlights 7 key epochs. First up, we've got 2 different dates for the creation of the world. The Byzantine calendar starts things off at 5508 BC.
Meanwhile, the Jewish calendar begins at 3761 BC. Remember those 2 numbers, 5508 and 3761. They're going to be important. Now we move into what we call recorded history, the Greek Olympic era, which kicks off with the very first Olympiad in 776 BC. Not long after that, we have the legendary founding of the city of Rome, pegged to the year 753 BC. Then we jump forward to the start of the Seleucid era in 311 BC. And moving into the Common Era, you have the Diocletian era, which gets going in 285 AD. And finally, the last piece of our puzzle for now, the epic of the Islamic calendar, the Hejira, in the year 622 AD. So here they are, all laid out. 7 pre-modern eras and their starting points. You've got 2 creation myths and 5 major historical starting points. On the surface, it just looks like a random jumble of dates from totally different cultures, separated by thousands of years. But are they really unrelated? And that brings us to the crucial question. Are these numbers just the messy, random facts of history? Or did Scaliger and the other chronologers he worked with arrange them according to some kind of hidden logic? Okay, this is where the pattern supposedly starts to show itself. The source proposes a really startling calculation. It says, take 6 of those epochs, leave out the Byzantine one for just a second, and add them all together. You get a grand total of 6,508. Then, just subtract a nice, round 1,000. And what do you get? 558. That is the exact starting year of the one era we left out, the Byzantine era. The sum of the 6 other epochs minus 1,000 equals the 7th. I mean, that is remarkably precise. The author's own reaction in the source text is just one word: fascinating. And you know what? It's hard to disagree. The odds of that happening by sheer chance seem, well, pretty astronomical. But believe it or not, this is just the beginning. Because the pattern goes deeper, let's add another piece to the puzzle, the Nabonassar Era, which starts in 747 BC. Our source points out that this was kind of a phantom era. Later astronomers like Ptolemy used it for their calculations, but the Babylonians themselves never actually used it. It seems like it was created specifically for chronologists. And the question is, why? Well, here's why that date is so important. Just look at these 2 calculations. On the left, you take the 2 creation epochs, 5508 and 3761, subtract them, then subtract another 1,000. You get 747. Okay, now look at the right. You take the other 5 historical epochs, add them all up, and then subtract 2,000. You also get 747. 2 completely different sets of numbers, 2 totally different formulas, and they both point to the exact same obscure date. Now all of this builds to what our source calls the most striking pattern of all, and it's found in a really peculiar alignment between the Christian and Jewish calendars that happened in one specific year, 1529. So get this, in the Christian year 1529, the Jewish calendar read 5290. You see the hidden symmetry here, right? Both years are built around the same core number, 529. One is just 529 plus 1,000, the other is 529 times 10. That is not a subtle connection. And here's the knockout punch. The source shows that if you take that core mathematical relationship, which is 9 times 529, and you subtract 1,000 from the result, you get 3761. And what's 3761? It's the exact start year of the Jewish calendar itself.
The formula is literally hidden inside the alignment of the two calendars.
So, the evidence from our source lays out these incredible numerical patterns, all connecting the foundational dates of our ancient history. And it leaves us with one final, massive question. Is all of this just a series of mind-boggling, unbelievable coincidences? Or are we looking at the faint, mathematical echoes of a grand design hidden just beneath the surface of our official timeline? The numbers are there. What they actually mean? Well, that's up to you to decide.